You're in the bakery with your daughter. She's buying, I don't know, maybe a Lamington. Maybe it's a sausage roll with some extra sauce. And then some random guy in the back of the bakery, a customer, looks across at your daughter and says, geez, that's going to go straight to your hips. I wish that I was making this up, but it's true. A few weeks ago on news.com.au, Eleanor Wickland shared the moment that a mum filmed the confrontation she had with the man who made that completely inappropriate comment. After the break, we're going to talk about what happened, how it happened, why it happened, and what we can do to help our kids to be resilient in the face of a society where some people just don't know what appropriate boundaries are. I think this is a conversation that anyone who's raising daughters who care about how they look, or sons who might make inappropriate comments, frankly, even daughters who might make inappropriate comments, needs to listen to. That's next. Stay with us. Hello, welcome to the Happy Families podcast, where you get real parenting solutions every single day. This is Australia's most downloaded parenting podcast. Kylie, just a few weeks ago, Eleanor Wickland wrote an article for news.com.au about something that happened that went viral on social media, as social media does tend to blow these kinds of things up. Sue, a Victorian mother, shared the tense footage on her Instagram account showing the moment she confronted the stranger outside a shop in the seaside town of Torquay. The man was wearing a blue and yellow shirt that appears to be a uniform. And here is what happened.
Is there a problem?
No, I've got a problem with you.
Is there a problem with you?
No.
No? You're not going to make any more comments about young girls' bodies while they're in a shop buying food?
It wasn't about her body.
What was it? What did you say?
What?
What did you say?
I said, it'll go straight to your hips.
Oh, did you,
It's not talking about her body.
that's exactly talking about her body. And
So you're
showing me
recording
some.
me, are you?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, absolutely
you
I
have
am.
no right to do that.
Yeah, actually I do.
Okay, so it goes on from there. We don't need to hear the rest of it. I think that's enough. Kylie, do you believe him? He wasn't talking about her body when he said it'll go straight to your hips. Was he legit? Do you think that it was an honest mistake? Do you think that we can let this one go?
Look, I probably have a very different take to you on this.
What's your take? I'm really fascinated by this because I'm incensed. I'm so angry. No, angry, that's the wrong word. I'm just astonished that in 2026 that some bozo in a bakery who's a customer, it's not even look, he's looked at a teenage girl and said, don't eat it, it's going to go straight onto your hips. Like, who says that? What's your take? Why is your take so different to mine?
I think for me growing up, that was just the done thing. Like my mum would say that nearly every time I ate something, and I'd be enjoying a chocolate bar, or she would tell me that it was going to end up on my bum like it does hers.
Wow.
My grandma said it to me as well. So for me, I'm not normalising it by any stretch at all.
I was going to say, have you been so desensitized that you think that it's appropriate? Though?
No, what I will say is protect your peace.
So you're saying pick your battles. Like,
yeah,
if some random says something stupid to you, just you can walk away. You don't have to turn it into something.
Yeah, I just think.
Okay.
I totally get where this mum's coming from, and good on her for standing up for her daughter. I don't have any problems with that, but I think that social media is just poison. Like, I really do.
Yep.
And I think that it creates so much turmoil and angst in our lives that is completely and utterly unnecessary. Was it kind what he said? Was it nice? Do we wish that we lived in this beautiful, perfect world where everybody did nice things and said nice things to us and treated us with respect? Like, yes, of course. But that's not the world we live in. And I think that we can get so worked up about things that, in the scheme of things, are actually really little.
So you are right, but I have to push back on a couple of things. And I'll tell you why I think you're right. I think that you're right that we do get worked up about things that really it's easier just to let it go and live our lives. And if people are pigs, if people are inappropriate, that's their problem.
Like, she's actually drawn more attention to this for her daughter than the man saying what he said. That's how I feel about it.
So that's what I get, and I don't disagree with that perspective. However, I really truly believe that. And I'm not on social media. I found this because it was on a news site that I was just checking out because I was looking for great parenting stories for the podcast. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, I've just written a book about boys, and I want to have a conversation about two things right after the break. The first thing that I want to talk about is how do we protect our girls from this sort of rubbish? But secondly, my book about boys is what it is to be a healthy man. And that man is not a healthy man. Not only because he's in a bakery and it's going to go to his hips as well. So did I say that? Can I say that?
Yes, you can.
Did I go too far? I think I might have gone too far. I can't believe it. But more to the point, he is not doing what healthy men do for the people who are around him.
No, but do you think that being confronted the way he was and spoken to the way he was is going to teach him a lesson?
Typically, I'd say no, but every now and again in extreme cases, we know that punishment and shame can work. I'm not actually anti-shame. A lot of people think that shame is the worst thing on the planet and we shouldn't be shaming people. I reckon shame actually has a really important role to play in our society, and sometimes this sort of stuff can change behavior. I think that he will probably think twice before he says something like that again. Unfortunately, because it's on social media, it will blow up and there will be people who will defend him and tell her to get a life and all that sort of stuff as well. But
I'm not here to defend him by any stretch, so please
No,
don't.
I'm not suggesting that you are. You're saying there are bad people. Let it be water off a duck's back. Move on with your life. Don't
Well, a
let
few
it
weeks ago, we had a conversation.
disturb your peace.
Yeah, we had a conversation about whether or not words could
Words
permanently
can harm.
impact and harm us.
That was a great conversation.
And so in that vein,
Yeah.
we can have a 15-second interaction with somebody, and now we've completely blown it out of the water.
And it's going to take up days and days and days of our lives. Yeah.
Or we can just go, what a jerk, and get on with our lives.
After the break, we're going to talk about what to talk to our kids about when these sort of comments come up. We're also going to talk about healthy masculinity and teaching boys and men, frankly, to do better. That's next. Stay with us. We're back. It's the Happy Families podcast. Thanks so much for joining us. All right, Kylie, in my book, Boys, Building Strong Young Men from the Inside Out, I make a really big deal about what healthy masculinity is. There's so much talk about toxic masculinity. I don't think it's helpful. I actually believe that boys aren't the problem. I believe they're the solution. And the thing that I emphasize really, really strongly in the book is that a healthy male is one who helps the people around him feel safer and stronger. Now, some people have highlighted that that's what healthy people do generally. But I wanted to make that about masculinity because the genetic, the biological, the natural pull for men is actually kind of in the other direction in so many contexts. Men are supposed to be protecting, men are strong, they can hurt, they can harm, they can be powerful, they can dominate. And by resisting that and helping people around them feel safer and stronger, that's when we really get to see their true strength, especially their inner strength. This guy here in the bakery, not helping anyone feel safer or stronger. What he said is callous, unkind, completely unnecessary.
Not thoughtful.
So inconsiderate, so staggeringly. I would even say it's capricious. I just think it's a hateful thing to say. It's a really just an awful thing. I just don't understand where I'm guessing from the video he looks like he's about 50. Where does some 50-year-old bloke think that he has the right to start commenting on teenage girls' bodies while they're in a bakery buying a pie? Like, come on. Astonishing.
Body shaming, I don't think, is gender specific.
That's a fair comment. Yep.
Like, this is not just males. Women do it to each other all the time.
Well, you talked about how your mum and your grandma did it to you. So that's fair. I just want to emphasize healthy masculinity, healthy males. They help the people around them feel safer and stronger. And more to the point, as you've just said, and I should have picked up on this earlier. I'm really glad you said it. Don't talk. There's a clip that we played on the podcast a couple of years ago. I'm going to play it for you right now.
If somebody can't change something about themselves in 30 seconds or less, then you shouldn't be mentioning it to them. If you say, hey, your shoe's untied, or hey, you have a little fuzzy on your shirt there, or if you say, hey, your pants are unzipped, I wanted to tell you privately because I didn't want you to feel embarrassed, but it happens to all of us. If you tell someone something like that, they can change those things in 30 seconds or less. But if you comment on someone's hair color or hair texture or hairstyle or body, they cannot change that in 30 seconds or less about themselves. Your words have power. We are kind of like a tube of toothpaste. If you say something that someone can't change in 30 seconds or less, you say those things. Try to fix it. You try to apologize. You try to take the words back. Take it back, take it back, take it back. And you try to undo what you said, undo what you did. But it's something they couldn't change about themselves. And so it's very messy. You can't totally take those words back. You can't totally fix it. Your words have power and your words matter. If you walk out of this room spreading kindness to the people around you, spreading love to the people around you, that is what truly makes a difference.
Don't talk about people's appearances because they can't do anything about the stuff that takes a little bit longer to fix. The toothpaste is out of the tube. You can't get it back in. It makes a really big mess. And I'm going to keep on calling him Bozo. It was so inappropriate. Bozo in the bakery has made a really big mess. Now, your comment about don't let it, I can't remember the words you said, something about peace. Don't let it destroy your peace. Disturb your peace. Yeah. I want to just briefly wrap up the pod by discussing with you, what would you say to your daughter if you were in the bakery and that happened? And rather than pulling out your phone and filming it and then putting it on social media so that everybody could become irate about it, you decided to maybe say something quietly to him like that was not appropriate, and then you take your daughter out and you have a chat with her. What do you think's the best conversation around that?
For me, this is the perfect place to use the 3 E's of effective discipline. This is an opportunity, a teaching opportunity for us to kind of explore how our daughter felt.
Yeah. What's your take on that?
Yeah.
What do you think just happened? How are you feeling about it? What's your response? Yep.
And then explain what you saw, and even have them explain, and share their feelings around other times that they might have seen that and how it's impacted other people.
Yep.
And then empower them, give them ways that they might respond if you felt like responding is important.
Yeah.
Or giving them opportunities to this is just some random dude. Just walk away.
You don't need to create the conflict and the tension.
You don't need to create the conflict.
And you're not going to change him.
You will not change him. But would you go to him for advice? Would you go to him for advice?
And if you wouldn't go to him for advice, why would you listen to his criticism?
Like I said, kudos to this mum for standing up for her daughter. I think that it's important for our children to feel like we've got their backs. But I also just think if we want more kindness in the world, then we actually have to start with us. It has to start with us. And so we have to find better ways to combat these kinds of challenges. What's your take? What would you do?
So I like the explore, explain, empower model. That's where I was going to go. Everyone thinks it's only about discipline, but it's actually about wrestling. It's about solving problems. And discipline really is about solving problems anyway. So, explore where are you sitting? How do you feel about that? What do you think about what I did? Are you happy with what I did? Would you have preferred that I'd done something else? If you could go back and do it again, what would you do?
If my mum did that, I would have been just mortified.
Oh, that she confronted him.
Yes.
Yeah. So that would have amplified your worries and anxieties around it. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I guess everybody's different there. I would definitely use this as a teaching moment. I would be teaching my daughters, healthy men, help the people around them feel safer and stronger. He's just not a healthy man. These are people that we don't need in our lives. There are enough good men around us. We don't need to spend any time near them. And the world is imperfect. And as a teenager, you are going to be increasingly confronted by imperfect people. So you can confront them or you can just walk away.
Well, and I would continue the conversation in light of the choices that they're going to make as they continue to grow and move on to next stages of life. When you start dating and you're looking for a life partner, you're looking for somebody who you want to spend
or just someone that you want to have some fun with because you're dating them. Yeah.
Then these are qualities that you don't want. And if you start feeling this way because somebody is mistreating you.
Red flags.
It's instant. It's an instant no-go zone.
One of my proudest moments as a father was one of our kids broke up with a boyfriend because, in her words, he didn't help me feel safer and stronger. I was like, oh my goodness, it's working. So that's the story. We'll link to the news.com.au article in case you want to be increasingly outraged, but I think we've probably done a fair amount of service just here. Thanks so much for listening. The Happy Families podcast is produced by Justin Rulon from Bridge Media. Mem Hammonds provides our admin and other support. To make your family happier, visit happyfamilies.com.au. And 1 week and 1 day until Boys, Building Strong Young Men from the Inside Out, launches. It lands on bookshelves in a week, but you can pre-order now. Booktopia.com.au will give you 27% off. That's about $10 off the book. Winning, in addition, you get a bunch of freebies, including the chance, if you're one of the first 500 purchases of the book via booktopia.com.au, registering it at happyfamilies.com.au, including the chance for a one-on-one with me to talk about all your parenting problems. How exciting. Check it out now, happyfamilies.com.au.